There we go. Hey, what's up, bae? Welcome back to the stream, bro. I have a issue on my hands with trying to understand this. Thanks. I gotta get this noise pollution down in around these residential areas because my entire infrastructure for my highway is just gonna continue to keep growing, and it's noise is definitely gonna be a thing. This seems fine in here. I wonder if... No, I'm not gonna do that. Doors? Yep. And if I upgrade the street, it also means that more cars are going to choose to... That's not what we want. I feel like I should take those stores out of there. Really? Go away. That'll regrow. Surprisingly, these high density ones tolerate better. Huh. They tolerate better noise pollution. Maybe because they're just prepared for it. They're accepting that fact. I know these lower density ones will not play along with that, which means I might eventually have to move this. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, thank you, Epic. I appreciate that, bro. It is a lot of hard work to get to this point. I'm sure there's people who might do it better or something like that, but yeah, it's a lot of work to get to this point. A lot of time. What's going on here? I cannot lower that right now. So you guys are just gonna have to go under. Alright. Oh, nope. All the death cares over there, that's why this is having issues. I wonder. You know what? Let me try this. How many will this thing use? 1, 2. It has a max of 7. 3, 4. Come on, please use all 7 of them. Dang. Oh, 5. Come on, 6. Oh! What? Come on, please use it. Yeah! Alright, cool. Alright, so they're using all of those. The reason why I put it out here and not so attached to the city is because this is kind of like a service district, if you will, for the entire county. Oh my gosh, it is getting worse. This is a service district for the entire county. There's a bunch of little cities in here. I'm not doing it that small. You can get that much. Takes 3. That's fine. You know what? Instead of this damn crematorium. Oh my gosh. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Oh, I can't put it on this side. It has to go on this side. Oh boy. Let's go to here. That worked out. Hey, what's up, Tony? Welcome back, bro. Your favorite series? Loki? It's mine too. It allows me to be very, very creative. I enjoy this game a lot. I feel like I could use more snow vehicles. Actually, no, yeah, yeah. Darn it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I feel the exact same way, dude. This is my favorite. This is my favorite city builder right now. It's the only one I am playing right now for a while. The next one that comes out has to really be good. It has to really be good. If it's not really good, then I don't know. Because City Skylines sets a pretty nice bar. Don't do that. Bad idea. How have your cities been, man? So far, how have your cities been doing? That's one thing I definitely have been meaning to ask you. There we go. Put that one in there. That one in there. I should have did that the first time instead of those small ones, but I guess it's okay. Really? Oh, oh, okay. Mobile. Huh. That's interesting if you definitely get into that. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I like testing. I like testing out different things and seeing how much I could stress the game in terms of traffic, uh, the death rate. I think I stressed one time. Just different aspects like that. I love stressing the counties and seeing how well they can actually do, which is why I play around with the highways so much, because this is one city game that I've always wanted to do highways in. Uh, uh, SimCity didn't have highway system. It was still fun, but I used the heck out of their highway system in this game. I love it. It's so key. I need this to get faster. This is not efficient. This is not efficient. Stop this. Let's just do... Gosh, does it even matter? Come on. We'll try it. Oh, Arc is fun too. Arc, for me, I feel is what makes me feel the exact same way about City Skylines. Like for the PC, I've always wanted to play Rust, but I couldn't play it. So now that I do have something that's similar to it, um, I am all for it. I enjoy the game. I try to do I try to do crazy projects in that one too. Some of them have worked. Some of them got better, and some just didn't work at all. But I try to build little towns and little community things. Some have gone well. They've been received well. Then other times people are just like, no. Ark is very fun, especially with taming. I'm gonna do a couple of episodes tonight, but I have to get my city Skylines in episodes in because I have to play this game. I have to play it. Alright, I hope that breaks up the traffic a little more. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Try that. Oh, you know what would be good? Yeah, little towns are awesome. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I already got it going. Yeah. It does matter. Two? I don't know if it'll need two. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. Alright. I wonder if I was just hitting a death wave. There's not much else I can do over there. I think they'll grab it. It's disappearing, so I think we're slowly getting everything settled here. Alright, let's get back to work. Got the oil, and we laid out more of the forestry industry, which is good. We did have to move out a couple of residents. How many? 82? I feel like I might have lost a couple hundred, if not 1,000, maybe? Residents? What's happening here? Dang, 60, 62? Whoa, nice spike. Not bad, okay. Going somewhere, doing something. Really? Okay, as long as I'm still... Then I accept. I'm still making money during the day, so let's punch this up. I'm okay with that. No. That's foolish. We'll wait to see how the utility stacks out. I don't want to have to put another facility down for water or sewage for a moment. That'll work. I can accept that. What are we hitting now? 11? 11,000? Alright. But, man, I get asked this every single time, and I never have the answer. I think it's called, is this Springwood? Dag nabbit. There's the only way for me to find out is to start a new game, so I apologize, but it's Snowfall, and it's the very first map. It's not the island. It's not the islands. Man, I feel like it's Springwood, or it might be called something else. I'm sorry. I will get the answer for you. Oh, thank you. Alright, we're still growing. These are both going in. That's stupid. So stop doing that. Oh! Wait a minute. This is a no-no. Thought I designated it already to be that. Yep, it is. Okay, yeah, just residents and businesses. This too. That looks much better to me. Just that little bit of noise. I feel like I could swap all of this. Yep. It never hurts too much to redesign if you have to. I'm trying to learn that lesson now. Oh wait, really? Is this stuff really? My bad, people. I didn't upgrade this since the beginning of the map. This is still a dirt road. Alright, cool. That looks good. No single tile. I don't like those. They always catch on fire and never get put out. No. if you do it, you gotta do it like for a very specific area and a very specific reason. I swear they get caught on fire all the time and never get put out. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it, bro. You always show up and say what's up, so I just, honestly, I just enjoy the fact, like I always say, that you just show up and say what's up. That I appreciate. Oh, come on. I'm fine with that. Alright, now I'm gonna actually turn this way. Not that way. I actually should keep this line going through. Oh, I kind of wanted to put that thing. Wait, exactly what is it? Where is it? Yeah, why not? Let's actually, whoop, let's position that way. Let's bring it here. This thing will help supply all of this with shoppers. I'm trying I don't have that good of an artistic eye. I'm trying to work on that. Cause I figure if I can, you know what? This is costing me money. I don't want to do that. But one thing I'm definitely realizing is if you put too many of these in one area, it doesn't necessarily work out. Each one will bring a certain number. It's depending on how good your public transportation is. They'll bring over a certain amount of tourists, and they'll bring over a lot if you supply all those tourists with enough shops for themselves respectively. It just works better. It yields better. The area yields better, and plus it gives it a little significance and it looks better. So I'm trying to work on that artistic eye while trying to add, for certain economic reasons, the buildings that actually bring in the stores. So we'll see how well it plays out. Yeah, the unique buildings definitely bring in all of your tourists and your shoppers, and those tourists and shoppers will, if they have to, they'll walk. Man, my very first. Oh, Tony, I could have sworn you were there too, but that first big county I did, in the first season, like the very first couple of videos for this channel, I talked heavily about it, but they should bring in a certain amount of people depending on how good your public transportation is and your tourism go hand in hand. And then those shoppers, if they have to, they'll walk all the way over there from wherever they came from, and they'll supply that area. They'll walk to the rest of the shops and do what they need to do. And if there's a 24-hour leisure area next to it, well, then they'll stay there. So I'm trying to figure out the best relation possible between it. As you can see, I have my plane terminals and my bus terminals, but I'm not doing any of my buses yet. Here, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna give you a little trick, dude. I'm gonna teach you something that's so very key to this game, that I feel like if I explain this right to you, you 9 times out of 10 I hope I explained this right. Okay. This is key to at least getting to late game. I'm not this is not gonna make you super rich, but it will definitely get you to late game to where you should be able to make yourself super rich. So number one is your infrastructure, your roads, your highways. Like I always hit at you on that one. The better they are, the more volume of cars that you can hold. That means that's just more. Every little car, every little person. I hate to think of it like that in that way, but everything is money. Every single one of them. The more you can hold and make flow freely, the smoother your money stays and the more consistent it stays. So highways in that infrastructure are number one. Take note when it comes to your highways infrastructure. Should your city or your county, if you will, start to hit an economic disaster, as long as your roads are still flowing smoothly, even though you have buildings that are closing down and businesses are go under, people are moving out, they'll still, your entire city will still reach, it'll keep dropping until it reaches a point to where it stops. That recession, if you will, for lack of a better word, excuse my ignorance on it, and my knowledge on that, but it seems like the right term. If your city was going through such a recession like that, what'll happen is it'll stop at some point in time because everything's closed down, but people of some sort are still making money and people are still paying taxes, meaning that drop should drop enough to where it just can't drop anymore. If you should understand what I'm saying by now. And when you hit that point, that's when you'll start to look at, okay, well, here's all of the damage here and there around the entire county. So like I could have all of my farms during a recession just completely went down, and I had a death wave over there. At that point is where I would really start to look at, you know, okay, now how do I fix it? Because everybody's still flowing. And over time, honestly, you can leave it completely alone. I've tested it in my early episodes. You can leave it completely alone, and it will just heal itself. The city will revitalize and it'll heal itself. It's awesome. Number 2 for the key to actually get yourself to late game. Your city has certain waves of income that it will get when you place certain buildings down. All of the buildings unanimously will just get affected either in that area or all across the map. And that means when they're upgraded, that obviously means more money. So I tend to try to do, I'm learning to try to do my medical center first. That's the first one I go. When you plop that down, everything around it starts to upgrade, and kind of out throughout the county, they start to upgrade. They might go up 1 point because all of their health is completely satisfied for the most part. That medical center is actually pretty good on its healthcare. It's supposed to take care of it all by itself. So everybody gets happy about that countywide. You get a certain massive boost in your tax. And that will happen for every single one of these. I'm assuming should happen for every single one of these. The ones that I've confirmed that it definitely happens for are the medical center and definitely the Hadron Collider. If you can make it, what I'm saying is, if you can hold out and build as much as you can all out here, and yeah, you have you know, you're still building schools and stuff like that, and yeah, it's coming out of your taxes, but if you could spread it out as much as possible and then plop this thing down, it's gonna affect it freaking citywide, and that's a massive upgrading. It is it's going to definitely give you a massive change in your skill level across the whole city, and your businesses are going to, they're the first thing to get hit, because the education level all across your city completely shifts. And what they're basically going to end up doing is like closing down and firing everybody and everything else, and then rehiring business by business by business. So that is a cost in putting down the Hadron Collider, but build as much as you can and then plop it. This one is okay to do early game. I have never got the Eden Project yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't want to look it out. I know I'm a little stubborn because I'll just go, oh, okay, I think I get it. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a video out there like that. But I'm trying to figure it out for myself first. Um, the space elevators for tourism. This is good when you are planning out a commercial district, but I'm still testing that theory. But these two for sure are confirmed. So that help that if you ever need to, that's these two are a good way to help you get to a certain point in the game. What was the last thing I was gonna say? I believe it came down. Oh, it came down to public transportation. That is the third way to get a massive increase all across your place. The way you do it is as you're planning out your city. In every section, I've placed one down. For every city, I've placed its own little transportation center, plaza, district, whatever you want to call it. And nothing is technically running besides some taxis, which actually does help. They're cheap, and they're good. They help actually cater to the airport, but I don't have to micromanage it, if you will. So it's okay to just plop a couple of those down, and plop the airport down. The bus and any other ones, they should always give you an increase of somewhat in tax collection. Um, and the more efficient it is, the better the coverage it is. And I do have to say, organized, you'll definitely see the increase in your revenue every single day or every single week. The amount of money you're making. But my trick is I build out each city in a county, build out each city, and its areas, corresponding areas, and for each city, of course, place down its transportation place for where its origin is going to be at. I need to finish building the one over here, and I got to do it, of course, for the rest of the plots. It's going to be difficult at some point in time. I just might have to give in, but once I do that, finally, it affects it all across the city, and that's a whole nother extreme boost in your income to help you survive and help you build more. So those are the three things that I always do when it comes to building in Skylines, and so far it's worked out. So far it's worked out. So that's why I said I hope I explain it right, because I know I can talk, and do please forgive me if there might have been some points that you might have missed. But of course you can always go back in the video and in the episode and re-see it. But yeah, those are my points. Those are the best things that I try to do to get myself to the places that you've seen in the episode. So I mean, the fact that I can even use the district tools and be creative, and the I-10 Tumera, and there over here is Tumera City. I love those little tidbits about this game. The only thing that's a pet peeve to me, to be honestly is the player AI. I mean, not the player, the AI in the game when they're doing their lane choosing. So that's why I'm trying to play with it as much as I can. So far, it looks like it's working out decent. It's okay so far. So we'll see exactly how elaborate this thing actually gets. Alright. Let's see. We're looking. There is such a ridiculous need for. Oh! Get that notepad out really quick, because I learned something else. Early game. You might have to catch it early game. When I did early game, when I first pressed play, that's when I start putting in these early policies. I found it alright to go ahead and just plop these on right in the beginning, because the businesses they'll automatically work in unison with each other because of these policies, and that way it sends me back a better RCI on that bottom right where it's showing me the different zone demand, it shows me a better RCI of that with those on, and the costs already being taken out from the moment I press play for every single building that grows. I'm already taking in that into account in my costs, so so I don't have to worry about it late game. Because I tried pressing placing those policies in, sometimes district by district, later on, or just as I'm going, and it hasn't worked out well for me so far. I'm pretty sure I might be able to do it now, but it hasn't worked out for me in those episodes. So that was a learning lesson. I just said, well, screw it, I'm just going to do it right in the beginning of the game. So these policies I definitely put in early game because they're all beneficial. High tech. Oh my gosh, that's another one, dude. Okay, this one you definitely this one you do get an increase. It just depends on how. This actually is optional, to be honest. Let's say it's optional for high tech housing, because from what I've seen thus far, it only affects the lower density buildings. It has no effect on the high density. But of course, once they increase because of the high, they're going up in land value. That's more money in my pocket. More money in my pocket, and it just you can do it. You can either do it district by district, or you can just go ahead and put it in for every single one of your every single one of your buildings. It's one that costs but does yield in the end. It does yield good revenue in the end. It just depends on when you want to do it. You could save it for emergencies, but of course remember, you're taking out the cost first, and then you have to wait the period of time for all the houses to upgrade and finish. So, but that is another way to do it. And of course, it does give you a slight increase in population, because if I'm not mistaken, for every level they should go up the amount of households that they're holding. A part of me thinks it has to do with the actual building size too. Because I mean, 2 out of 2 households, but this thing is almost maxed out. When you look at little things like that, you're like, okay, there's not that many people in there. Should be more people in here, but that's 4 out of 5 households. So there's a whole another amount of people I can put in there. But high tech housing is one that is optional, I have to say. Oh, these get tricky early game, but I can explain that another time. I'd have to start over, so we won't do that. But yeah, I think those are pretty much it. We still got a demand for this. I gave them all of this oil. All of that farmland. They still want more. I feel like it's metals. Because I started with Emerson Oil, Shield Smart, and Tumera Forestry. So that supplied all the raw resource demands for all the buildings at that time, and I knew I was missing the 4th one, which is farms. So I got that down. There's a big increase still. I put the brand new oil down, and it has to be metals. That has to be metals. Okay. So if it's going to be metals, word? I mean, I could, but and there's a lot of forestry out there too. That's a big project. So I need to get metals right now, because In my theory, that should stop this consistent increase in demand for industry. Um, and not only that, but there's plenty of forestry back here that I don't have to self-create. Problem is, the rest of this infrastructure here is not fully completed. So, let's instead try to create a business park. To supply some of that demand. We'll get it going right through Runeterra. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna do this instead. Because we're gonna have to wait. I wanna make sure I get that good. Out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. What? I think I know what I'm gonna do out here too. I'm going to try and do heavy. Oh man, I actually don't have a train yard because I've got rid of a lot of it. Oh, for sure, Tony. I'll see you later, bro. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it every time you come in and say hello, dude. Um, I hope the episodes continue to be good for you, man. This is a big project, so take it easy, and I'll see you next time, man. Let's see. Okay. Hey, how's it going, Eunice? Welcome to the stream. I think this should help somewhat. I hope you're a fan of City Skylines, because this game is awesome. You are very welcome, my friend. How are you actually running out of oil? Oh, well, never mind. They're using it from the stores, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, that is actually good to hear. Yeah, I am definitely a fan of this game. So I am glad that you are a fan, because if there's something that you do not know, I hope you share. So I might be able to answer any questions, but of course I am always willing to learn if you know anything new that I don't know yet. That's a bad idea. I think I'll leave the one right there for now. I'm a fan of SimCity, so naturally I was bound to definitely like this game. It doesn't necessarily supply the need for... Oh, I could drag this straight across though. Yes, alright. The style of the buildings? The style? That's interesting. Besides upgrading them, and they change in their style, their shape and their size, I am unaware of any other style change. Of course, that's besides the policy of high-tech housing. That does change the buildings to somewhat of a different look. So, what do you normally do? I am intrigued. Are you talking about these specializations? Because what these do is it not just changes the style. What this actually does is it changes the type of output that you're doing. Oops, it's not that one. Okay, so it's not these. And it's not these. Do you mean this? Nope. Tap the name of the district. Okie dokie. This is going to be interesting. I think this means tap the name of the district. This one. I hope I'm doing it right. Is this tapping the name? Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is PlayStation. I'm playing this on PlayStation, so yeah, that's how this one's going. They don't have we don't have access to DLC and all the free store like that it has on Steam. So we're right down to the basics, right down to trying to you gotta play the game to play the game. But they are coming out with other DLCs and stuff, so I did pick up the season pass for the game, and hopefully that will actually yield some good stuff. Oh, it's not DLC either? That's interesting. I might have to look it up then. Wow, I'm gonna have to look that up. That's cool. So thank you for telling me that. I I dislike this. Why is this still happening? That's starting to get on my nerves. Up earning at night? Okay, cool. Hey, this works. Red Rover, send power lines right over. Oh, tell me this will work. Are you gonna oh. Did they get the power? Does it reach? Did I cheat? We'll see what happens. It looks fine. Alright. I doubt if I will be able to get it created right now because I have some things to do. So, I'm going to have to end this episode here for now and do the other ones later. So, thank you everybody for watching. Eunice, I am going to look that up. Ishmael. Name, that's interesting. Oh, right when I say that. I do hope that I am pronouncing your name right too, but I appreciate you from stopping by. I'm gonna definitely see look that up to see if I can do that with the buildings, because that would be really cool. I mean, why not? That would be really cool. So I really appreciate it. Huh? Maybe so. Who knows, man? Hey, but feel free to subscribe as well if you want to see more episodes. I have one season up and going, so I hope it's very informational and I hope it helps out. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'll be back a little later on with the next episode, and I will see all of you guys then with a good, quick flyby of the town. And we'll see you guys next time. And I just caught that too. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that so much. I hope you do enjoy the episodes as they come along. So, oh man, you're cool. You're a nice person too. Thank you. I will see you next time as well, buddy. Later.